right, Coach. U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the yard line.
The first carry now. This is Hill.
13 yards, first down, Packers.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Get ready. Hey, pick 26.
To throw is Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Let go.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, let's get in them holes. Switch. Get 300. Hey, Zoo.
Rodgers now to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
First down, Green Bay.
Blue 58. Oh, you got deep?
Strong left. Four down. Check. Four down.
Hey, check 25.
Throwing is Rodgers. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, it's Hill. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. They complete it to Hill. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And will they call it a touchback? No, it's out at the 1-yard line. They were inches there from blowing a golden scoring opportunity. So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. They run. It's Hill. Oh, and they had it stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down, and that looked like a clear face mask to me. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Here's Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's third and goal.
Hey, 88.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. He can't get him down. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Ben Gideon able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up fourth down. Now Greg Joseph for the field goal try. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. The kick by Joseph is good. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Ready.
6. Mike's 56. Watch the run. Let's go.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's second and 3.
We got to get this stop here, D.
Second and 3. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop.
Ready.
From the gun, Cummins. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And taken right on the 30. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Packer football here, first down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start first and 10.
Jump out.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
5.
Let's go.
Now it's Rodgers. This one caught by Ridley. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Calvin Ridley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession. Let's see if they can get a little bit.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Ready.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Cummins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
They go play action here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bobby Wagner, the former 2nd rounder out of Utah State, with a sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Hey, Delta.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
All right. Watch the safety creep.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 21 yards there on 3rd down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. To throw is Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. But it'll be second and goal.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah,
what happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Rodgers will try again on second down. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Two incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on third and goal here.
I'm going to run you over.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, take 26. Hey, seam 6. Seam.
Rodgers to throw once more. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. The holding penalty, that puts him in an unenviable spot here as they try again on third and goal.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Jump out. Go.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
And again, it's Rodgers. Oh, it's intercepted. He's trying to give it to Ridley. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try to move the football.
56. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Jammer.
They start the drive with Cook. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line.
But here, Adam Thielen. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Come on, set, 8, read.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
5.
On third down, Cummins. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution? There's nothing available there for him.
on as the punt team now as this one's sent away. And just shedding him off there. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere. That drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hey, exit.
Rodgers going to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Rodgers. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Rodgers now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Rodgers again now. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
Watch the run, watch the run. Hey, 88, 51, Mike. Hey, foxtrot. Turnover, get that ball. Look again.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Check.
Now Rodgers throwing again. His throw incomplete.
But nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey. Mike, 51.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Watch the pass.
51.
51.
Loco over here.
Watch the screen. Check.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back him out of field goal range. On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 36. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He hit us first, this one from 40 yards out. The kick by Joseph is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Let's go.
Again, it's Cook.
I got you, boy.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Ready?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
22 jet bomber, 22 jets, go.
From the gun, Cummins lets it fly for Thielen. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Vikings send out their punter, standing just outside his own goal line. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
You got Topper! Yeah, Liz.
Now Rodgers. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
To throw is Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
That's true. You've said that before. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline, because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
On the ready.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Hey, 4 down.
Shoot!
Back to throw. Cummins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Go now. 10 Lobo.
All day.
On 1st down, Cummins. And it's incomplete. It's a dangerous pass. That's what it was. And it brings up 2nd down.
Love his pocket awareness, able to slip out of the sack. But once you take your eyes off the receivers, once your eyes come down and you see the rush, Hard to get back downfield and find an open target. Fortunate, that one just wound up as an incomplete pass.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
You think you gonna get this?
Off the play fake. Cummins. It's caught. Smith. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 26.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang to
1st and 10. Cummins throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Cummins. He's got Smith here. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 12-yard line.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Recon, 132 fighter.
He's checking. Crash.
Fire.
Off play action. Cummins. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Looking to throw. Cummins dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 13.
Down.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
I'm coming for you, son.
Bravo.
Mike 50.
Get it.
Operating from the gun. Cummins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 84 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Well, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback,
but
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. On 4th down, Cummins. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
It's a turnover on downs.
Win 18. Hey, take 26.
They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rodgers. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. He's going to go for a big play now, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Adrian Amos with a pick, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. Interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Now a first down carry. It's Hill. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by one more.
Packers 40, Vikings nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
Ready up.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
We got to get to the ball, D. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Looking to throw on second down. Cummins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on it and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Hill. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Yeah. You don't want a 50.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Running the jet sweep with Ridley, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
319.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
630.
Watch the twist.
319.
On 3rd down, it's Hill. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
But sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. They stick on the ground on 1st down with Hill. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no.
On the counter, it's Hill. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets them up first and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
You're not going to want that feeling.
no, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, Cummins. Open man, once again it's Thielen. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Back to throw. Cummins.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that will...
And now here is another interception. Kevin King with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
At the 2-yard line.
So backed up closer to the danger zone here from the 2. This is second and long.
Any day.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Packers, The win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.